Most people believe free shipping means exactly what it says. You buy something online, the product costs $20, the delivery says free, so it feels like the company is giving you something extra. But then a strange question appears. If delivery is free, why are trucks still moving, warehouses still operating, workers still packing boxes, and fuel still being burned? Someone is paying for that trip. And many times, that someone is not easy to see. This is why online shopping can feel confusing. One website charges $5 for delivery, another says delivery is free, a third gives free shipping only if you spend more than $35. But the package may travel through the same kind of warehouse, the same roads, and sometimes even the same delivery network. So why does the price appear in one place and disappear in another? Behind this simple button is a hidden system of pricing, psychology, logistics, and control. And the strangest part is this. Free shipping is not really about shipping. It is about how companies make you buy more, compare less, and accept a system you rarely notice. But that is not even the strangest part. Free shipping begins with one simple problem. Customers hate paying for delivery. A shopper may happily buy a product for $20, but if the website adds $5 for shipping at checkout, suddenly the deal feels worse. This is one reason online shopping carts are abandoned so often. Baymard's research has tracked average cart abandonment at around 70%, and extra costs like shipping are one of the biggest reasons people leave before buying. So companies learned something important. The shipping cost does not need to disappear. It only needs to move. A product can be priced higher, a minimum order can be created, a membership fee can be charged, a seller can accept lower profit, or the cost can be spread across thousands of orders. To the customer, shipping looks free. But inside the business, it becomes a hidden calculation. This is why a $10 item may become $12, or why free shipping starts only after you spend $35. The delivery is not free. The price has simply been moved to a place where you are less likely to notice it. And once companies discovered this, shipping became more than a service. It became a weapon. Free shipping often comes with one quiet condition. Spend a little more. Maybe your cart is $28, the website tells you free shipping starts at $35. Now the choice feels simple, pay $5 for shipping or add one more item. Most people add the item. This is the hidden power of the minimum order. The company does not just want to cover delivery, it wants to increase the size of your cart. A person who came to buy one thing may now buy two. A person who wanted a cheap product may now spend more than planned. The system works because the customer is not thinking about total spending. The customer is thinking about avoiding a fee. And avoiding a fee feels like saving money. But in reality, the company may earn more from the extra item than it loses on delivery. This is why free shipping is often placed just above the average order value. It gently pushes the customer upward. No one forces you. No one says you must spend more. The website simply creates a small gap between where you are and where the reward begins. And that small gap is where the system quietly makes its money. But the package still has to move. And that is where the real cost begins. The most expensive part of delivery is often not the ocean crossing. It is not always the airplane. It is not even the warehouse. It is the final part. The last mile. This is the trip from a local hub to your door. One driver may stop at dozens of homes. Each stop takes time. Each package needs sorting. Each route needs fuel, vehicles, software, and labor. And unlike shipping thousands of products in one container, home delivery is fragmented. One package goes to one house. Another goes 3 streets away. Another needs a second delivery attempt because nobody is home. This is why the last mile is so difficult. It looks simple from the outside, but inside the system, it is one of the hardest costs to control. Retailers can negotiate warehouse contracts. They can move goods in bulk. They can use giant ships to reduce cost per item. But the final delivery is personal. It reaches your exact address. And exact addresses are expensive. So when a website says free shipping, it is hiding one of the most costly parts of modern commerce. The truck still comes. The driver still works. The fuel still burns. The only thing that disappears is the visible price. And now the question becomes more uncomfortable. Who has enough power to hide that cost? Free shipping favors companies with scale. A small online store may struggle to offer it. Every package hurts the margin. Every return makes the math worse. But a giant platform can spread the cost across millions of orders. It can build warehouses near customers. It can negotiate lower shipping rates. It can use its own delivery network. It can charge membership fees. Amazon is the clearest example. In 2024, Amazon reported shipping costs of $95.8 billion. That number shows how enormous the real cost of delivery can be when a company promises fast, convenient shipping at massive scale. And yet customers may still experience it as free. This is the strange power of scale. A large company can lose money on one part of the system and recover it somewhere else. From subscriptions, from ads, from seller fees, from data, from higher product prices, from repeat purchases. The customer sees one package. The company sees a whole machine. This creates an unfair pressure on smaller sellers. If they charge shipping, customers leave. If they offer free shipping, profits shrink. So the market starts to reward the companies that can hide costs best. And slowly, free shipping becomes less like a benefit and more like a barrier. On many marketplaces, the seller is trapped between two fears. If they charge shipping, their product looks expensive. If they offer free shipping, their profit becomes thinner. So they often build the shipping cost into the product price. But this creates another problem. If every seller is hiding shipping inside the price, customers no longer compare the real cost of goods. They compare illusions. One product says $20 plus free shipping. Another says $15 plus $5 shipping. Both cost the same, but one feels better. This is how the marketplace changes behavior without saying anything directly. The platform does not need to force every seller to offer free shipping. It only needs to design the system so free shipping gets more clicks. More clicks can mean higher ranking. Higher ranking can mean more sales. More sales can mean survival. So sellers adapt. They change prices. They change margins. They change packaging. They may even reduce product quality to keep the final price attractive. And the customer rarely sees this. Because the customer is not looking at the seller's margin. The customer is looking at one small word. Free. But that word has already changed the entire system behind the screen. And the next part is even more confusing. Because sometimes free shipping creates more waste. Free shipping changes what people buy. It can make customers order more often, buy smaller items separately, or return things more easily. For the customer, this feels convenient. For the logistics system, it creates pressure. More boxes, more routes, more warehouse labor, more failed deliveries, more returns. And returns are especially strange. A product may travel to the customer, come back to a warehouse, be inspected, repacked, discounted, resold, or sometimes written off. The original shipping was called free. The return may also be called free. But the system paid twice. This is where the word free becomes dangerous. It can make movement feel weightless. But every movement has a cost. A package does not care what the checkout page says. It still needs space, labor, fuel, packaging, scanning, tracking, and time. And when millions of people make small decisions based on free shipping, the logistics system must absorb all of them. The system becomes faster, but not always smarter. It becomes more convenient, but not always fair. And the deeper you look, the more it seems like free shipping was never designed only to help customers. It was designed to control the shape of online shopping itself. Free shipping gives platforms control over behavior. It tells customers where to shop. It tells sellers how to price. It tells warehouses how fast to move. It tells delivery networks what speed is now expected. Once customers get used to free shipping, charging for delivery starts to feel like punishment. This changes the whole market. Companies are no longer competing only on product quality. They are competing on who can hide logistics costs better. That is a very different kind of competition. It rewards deep pockets, huge warehouses, private delivery networks, and strong data systems. It rewards companies that can predict what you might buy before you buy it. It rewards platforms that can place inventory close to your city before you even search. This is why free shipping is not just a checkout feature. It is connected to warehouses, ports, trucks, software, labor schedules, seller fees, and customer psychology. And globally, this sits on top of an even bigger trade system. More than 80% of world trade volume moves by sea, according to UN Trade and Development. So the product that arrives at your door may begin inside a much larger machine. A machine that crosses oceans before it crosses your street. And once you see that, the final truth becomes harder to ignore. Free shipping is not a gift. It is a design. A design that changes how prices look, how customers behave, and how companies compete. The cost does not vanish. It moves. Sometimes into the product price. Sometimes into a membership fee. Sometimes into the seller's margin. Sometimes into warehouse pressure. Sometimes into delivery labor. Sometimes into the environment. And sometimes into the future of competition itself. Because when customers demand free shipping, only certain companies can afford to meet that demand at scale. The biggest players become stronger. The smaller players are forced to copy a system they may not be able to survive. And the customer is left with a strange illusion. The package arrives at the door. The delivery fee says 0. So everything feels simple. But behind that 0 is a chain of decisions. Pricing models, warehouse locations, shipping contracts, route planning, seller pressure, and global trade. This is the hidden truth behind free shipping. It is not free because nobody paid. It is free because the payment was moved somewhere else. And once you understand that, every free delivery button starts to look different. Not like a discount, but like the visible edge of a much larger system.